Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Mercedes. I have a different angle. You can see the other side of this office area. I don't know, do you like it? Should I just shift to this corner? Maybe some days I might just have the whole view. I kind of like the polish shelving right here. Kind of like gives for a nice little like atmosphere-ish view. In today's video, I'll be live swatching a new collection from Zombie Claw called the Monster High collection. It's inspired by those Monster High dolls. I have two little boys, I don't have a girl, so I don't really know anything about dolls. I looked it up and they're like little zombie dolls, which I think is cute. I love Halloween and I love all things scary and all of that. So I bet you if these were around when I was little, I probably definitely would have had one. Or I don't know how long they were around actually. Maybe they're new. They look like something new. I don't think they've been around for that long. This is a 6-piece collection. It'll be available June 23rd at 11 a.m. I don't know if that's Eastern Standard Time, but I'll make sure that I have that information here. I'll have all the pricing and information down below. So let's get into the swatches. First up, we have Goth-tastic Summer, and this is described as a neon purple base with black flakies and green glitters. I feel like that description isn't enough for this polish. Like, I feel like it's so much more. It's such a beautiful, like, jelly base eggplant color. And those circle glitters are such a great addition. Like, they don't take away from the beautiful base color. They add just enough. And to me, maybe it's because of the eggplant color, like, or like the purple base, but those glitters don't really look green to me. They look more yellow. Like, you can see at the edge of my nail, one of the circle glitters do look green, but to me, they look yellow anyways. Maybe at certain angles, some of them do look green, but this is a beautiful polish. I achieved opacity in just 2 coats. Longer nails, you're probably gonna need a 3rd coat just to cover your nail line. There's lots of flakies in here, lots of circle glitters. Like, you're going to have an even distribution of the components in this polish on your nail. You don't have to worry about that. It will dry down super textured, so you want a glitter grabber and a glossy top coat. So pictured are 2 coats of Goth-tastic Summer with a glossy top coat. I didn't use a glitter smoother for me because I did a quick swatch. Next up, we have Ghoul For The Summer, and I love that name. Instead of Cool For The Summer, Ghoul For The Summer. But this is described as a pool blue with a rainbow of neon circles. This polish, you'll see at the end of my video, but it tricked me. Anyways, so this is super jelly, like definition of a jelly polish right here. It's fresh, it's fun. Like, originally I was kind of doing like glitter placement with my brush. I was being mindful of where those glitters were going. I definitely gave the bottle a good shake just so that I can have more of a like even glitter distribution after I did the first coat. But I think honestly that's how it's supposed to be. Like, the glitters are supposed to be sparse in this polish. They're not supposed to be jam-packed on your nail. I love how it builds up to a nice solid like squishy blue base. And I love the pond effect that it gives with like the glitters in between all the layers of polish. Personally, I got more glitter payoff than I thought that I would get. Like, that first coat was a little disappointing for me, but as I went on, I was like, okay, this makes sense. This is how it's supposed to be. So definitely this is a 3-coater all the way. And if you have long nails, most likely you'll see nail line, but that's just how the polish is supposed to be. So pictured are 3 coats of Ghoul For The Summer with a glossy top coat. Now we have Spooktacular Summer, and this is described as a pale blue base with a splash of hollow, pink and black flakies, and pink glitters. I could tell that this was going to be a 2-coater from just that first swipe, and I'm sure you could too. This is definitely a bit on the thicker side of the formula, but nothing that's too difficult to work with. I love the sparkle in this polish. I think it's so pretty. Of course, you know, the splash of hollow is just enough to make this a like delicate but still like a statement type of polish. I think pink and gray go really well together. I personally love gray. It's actually one of my favorite colors. I think this is so beautiful. It's not too dainty. It's just right. And of course, with the addition of holo, it makes it all nice and sparkly, which I know I mentioned before, but I love the sparkle. I love all things sparkly, hence why I'm obsessed with reflective glitter. But this doesn't dry down textured, which I thought that it would, but it does not. So a nice glossy top coat is going to be just enough to plump this out for you. In long nails, I think 2 coats is going to be fine on you as well. So pictured are 2 coats of Spooktacular Summer with a glossy top coat. Next up, we have Elvira. I think I'm saying that right. But this is described as a black base with blue multi-chrome pigment. Holy freaking pigment. Okay, like when I swatched this, I was not expecting the opacity that came off of the brush. Excuse me, but I mean, as you can tell, like I got polish all over the place. This is probably going to be a stainer. I didn't have any staining because I swatched very quickly and took the polish off very quickly, but this is gorgeous. It's a very inky shade. I love the depth of the shade, and like in this shot here where you see my hand moving, you see how it deepens against like the sides of my nails and almost turns to like a deep purple shade. It's beautiful. I love the effect that this polish has. Long nails, 2 coats you're going to be fine with. I don't think this is necessarily a 1 coater. I think 2 thin coats is perfect. So pictured are 2 coats of Elvira with a glossy top coat. And our final polish is Holo Goth Bikini, and this is described as a reflective glitter with green shimmer and blue-black flakies. This polish is so dazzling. I love the reflective glitter, but I'm also a big reflective glitter fan. Surprisingly, this wasn't as like textured as I thought it was going to be. Usually reflective glitters are super textured, but that wasn't the case with this one. This glitter, like the reflective glitter, is so sparkly. That's why I love it so much. Like I love sparkly things, but this is like definitely a date night, like, or out on the town with friends. Like I can see myself wearing this for New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, like those types of polish, or even like on a summer night. Honestly, summer nights, like your nails will sparkle in all kinds of lighting. So on my swatches in the video, I only did 2 coats, but this, what you're seeing here, is actually 3 coats. I felt like it needed to be a little more plump, and honestly I feel like this leans more like jelly-ish rather than like a cream polish, because I had to build it up to 3 coats. And like even looking at it here, it definitely has a squish factor to it. Pictured are 3 coats of Holo Goth Bikini with a glossy top coat, and you will need a glitter smoother for this one for sure. All right, so I am going to pick 2 polishes that I really loved out of this collection. First one is going to be Goth-tastic Summer. I love how it's a dark base and you have those like neon glitters that are spread amongst that, that are in that polish. I would wear this on like a rainy day in the summer. I'm definitely a seasonal polish wearer. I know I've mentioned that before. So I don't know if I'd necessarily wear this for like summertime. I like to use like my neons and stuff like that. Definitely like a gloomy day for sure. Usually I live on the East Coast, so the weather's always unpredictable. So it can probably be like 60 degrees in the summertime. So this is definitely a polish. I like when I set up my seasonal rack, I always put darker polishes on there for that specific reason. But I can see myself wearing this for Halloween, not even for the fall. I feel like this is like an October polish for sure. And the next one is The next one is Ghoul For Summer. So initially I wasn't a big fan of this one. I love the base color. I love how bright it is. I love like bright blue polishes. But the thing that was turning me off was that the glitters weren't really coming out as much as I wanted them to. Like there weren't a lot of glitters dispersing on my nail as much as I wanted anyways. But the more I built it up, the more beautiful it was. It has that pond effect, right? So you can see the glitters in between the layers of the polish. It gives you that nice squishy, like juicy look, which I always love. And the glitters did end up like building up. So yes, I did 3 coats, but it's that type of polish where you need 3 coats. Well, you don't need them, but like it's that type of finish, like that jellyish, squishy finish, that 3 coats does look good, or like 3 coats does look good, and it's okay to build it up in 3 coats. But the end result was gorgeous, so I had to include it as one of my favorites. All right, that is all that I have for you guys today. Let me know if you plan on picking up any of these polishes, or if you plan on picking up the entire collection. Have you tried anything from Zombie Claw? Because if you haven't, then you have to, because the formula for these polishes are amazing. The owner, Sabrina, is the sweetest, and I'm so happy to be working with her. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, I hope that you do. I upload live swatches. I love talking about all things nail polish. Again, thank you, and I'll see you in my next one.